Welcome to KAZ. There is a reason why teachers, Senkos and assessors teach neurodivergent students how to touch type. In today's world of computers, it's a fundamental but essential life skill. All PCs come with a keyboard. It helps put neurodivergent students on a more even standing with their neurotypical peers and will help them with employment and through life. And subject to access arrangements is essential for use in exams. But most importantly, in regard to study skills, it's key. Touch typing is a fundamental skill, which is often taken for granted, but once learned, it is the only skill that interacts with the majority of other software and supports students with study skills, such as planning, composing, processing, proofreading, and editing.
Let me explain. When students type with just two fingers, dictate when using a scribe, or speak when using speech recognition software, they use their working memory. They think as they do. This creates additional mental load which can hinder creativity, slow productivity, and increase anxiety. However, when they learn to touch type with all their fingers and thumbs, the physical skill gets automatized and is transferred to their long-term memory, freeing their working memory. But before you teach neurodivergent students how to touch type, you need to ensure they can see the screen comfortably and so address any visual disturbances they may be experiencing.
Our Neurodiverse Touch Typing software was developed with help and guidance from the Dyslexia Research Trust. Now, the Trust have been researching visual disturbances for the past 20-25 years, and with their advice and guidance, we spent 2 years developing this Neurodiverse Edition. This edition uses the same tried, tested and proven accelerated learning teaching method as in our mainstream course, but it teaches typing skills whilst minimising visual disturbances by means of a unique preference screen, which tailors the course to each student for maximum visibility comfort. Additionally, it also incorporates extra line spacing and font size. It is suitable for students with dyslexia, dyspraxia, ADHD, ASD, Tourette's, visual disturbances, amongst others. So, onto the course. The program opens with our unique preference screen, and the main hurdle we had to overcome was to personalise it. As Dr. Sue Fowler stated, no two individuals are the same. Each of us are unique and have different needs, and it is therefore impossible to create one system which is suitable for all. Quite a statement, but with their advice, guidance and their research findings, we developed our unique preference screen, which offers the user a selection of options to choose from, tailoring the course to each student for maximum visibility comfort. I'm now going to go live to the course. The opening screen is set to a broad-based default setting, not just any settings, but taken from the DRT's research. And if the student cannot read the sample text comfortably, they should change their preferences until they can. Preferences include a choice of 8 coloured filters, including 2 specific DRT research-based filters. We have a yellow for minimising blurring. We have a blue for steadying letter movement. The other 6 simply minimise white screen glare. We have a choice of font colour for contrast from background screen colour. We have a choice of dyslexic-friendly typefaces, including 2 licensed specifically for this course. These are for the ease of reading. We have a choice of font size to minimise fusing and the crowding of letters. We also have a choice of online keyboard for optimum visibility comfort. We have a choice of black on white keys, white on black keys, or the chosen filter colour on black keys. And once the student has selected their preferences and can read the sample text comfortably, all they have to do is click Begin Course and their preferences are saved and applied throughout the course. Once done, the student is then presented with a further SEN screen, offering a choice of 3 versions: sound, the preferred choice, a text-only version for the hearing impaired, and an audio descriptive version, including speaking keys suitable for the visually impaired. And if for any reason the student needs to change their preferences during the program, all they need to do is click on the Change Preferences tab in the top blue bar and amend as required. So, how does the course work? Well, the course has been designed to be used independently and without supervision. And importantly, it has been designed not to overload the working memory. It is multisensory and engages the major senses of sight, sound and touch simultaneously, radically enhancing memory, retention and recall, which is why it is so effective. Although it has been developed through immense research and trials, it is deliberately presented in a simple and light-hearted manner to ensure instruction is clear and easy to follow. On your screens at the moment is the main menu, and as you can see, it is divided into 5 short, easy-to-follow modules, which allows the student to work at their own pace and in a non-linear fashion. They should simply start at the top and work through each of the 5 modules in order. Flying Start is the first module, and it is divided into 3 short sections of just a few minutes each. I'm just quickly going to switch over to the screenshot demo to give you a quick overview of all these 3 sections. How KAZ works and using KAZ introduce the navigational tool, the course interface and explains how the program works. The third module, Bare Essentials, highlights the importance of correct posture and explains the meaning, causes and preventative measures of RSI, repetitive strain injury. This module is new and was introduced for the Sitting Girls course. We were so impressed with it, we actually incorporated it throughout all our courses. Going back live to the main course, the second module is the basics, and this is the most important part of the course. This is where the student learns to touch type the A to Z keys using our 5 phrases. Now the phrases may seem a bit bizarre, but each phrase has been scientifically structured to teach certain letters using certain fingers. The first phrase teaches the first 2 fingers and thumbs of each hand, followed by the other phrases, which are progressions introducing the other fingers in sequence. And by the time the student has reached the 5th and last phrase, they are typing with all their fingers and are able to touch type all 26 letters of the alphabet. And the beauty is they don't even realise they're doing it. Each of these phrases typically takes just 15 to 20 minutes. Going into the first phrase, if Mike jived. Here we have our navigational tool. Forward, backwards, repeat what has just been said or exit. As we move forward into the course, we see the standard user interface. As you can see, there are 2 screens, a demo area and a typing area. Additionally, a visual of the keyboard always remains on the screen, naturally encouraging the student to look up at the screen and not down at their fingers. New for 2019, the course now opens in fast mode, where the typing window opens immediately. However, should the student wish to slow the course down, they simply click on slow mode. If the student is unsure at any time as to which finger to press, they can simply use the key guide. This is activated by clicking on the online keyboard. They then simply press the key they are struggling with and the correct key will be demonstrated. To return back to the exact same position they left the course, simply click the key guide again. In the right hand corner of the screen we have our navigational tool. The sound on-off button, enabling switching from the sound version to text version. The question mark is a reminder of all this information, or the help menu. And at the bottom you can see a progress bar showing how far the user is through the course. The course incorporates both brain balance and muscle memory, and I'm going to show you now, using the first phrase, if Mike jived, how this works and how both hands work symmetrically and simultaneously. As you can see, the narrator will guide and instruct the student through the phrase. Once the student has worked through all the phrases, they will be presented with a short test. This is to ensure they have mastered the 5 phrases and to prove to themselves they really can touch type the A to Z keys. Unlike other typing software, students are not penalised or do not have to achieve a certain score in order to move on to the next module. However, with these short tests, they do have to key in the correct letter to progress. I'm now going to quickly do the test so you can see how it works. As you will shortly see, the letters I am having problems with will be highlighted in orange, and I'm given the option to return to the appropriate module to refresh if I wish. Students may repeat the test as many times as they like. Returning back to the main menu, Just Do It offers further exercises with additional vocabulary. With the repetition of typing real-word vocabulary, students are trained to recognize words by sight, saving the decoding process that often causes trouble when spelling, especially for dyslexic students. Additionally, with repetition, muscle memory is built. Spellings are ingrained to memory, dramatically reducing the likelihood of transposing and misspelling words. Spelling simply becomes a series of finger movements and patterns on a keyboard. And the rest teaches the punctuation and number keys. Finally, Speed Builder offers daily practice to increase speed and accuracy. The student is presented with 20 phrases, as 20 phrases offer sufficient text to build muscle memory. Their speed and accuracy is recorded and displayed in the scale above. All their results are recorded and can be viewed in the My Results tab in the blue bar, which I will show you shortly. So that's basically how the course works, but please note, you do not have to be able to touch type yourself in order to demonstrate the course. Finally, the blue bar at the top of the main menu page offers a selection of tabs. KAZ Course allows you to access the course. User Guides offers help and guides to get the best out of KAZ. My Results displays a record of your scores, and Change Preferences allows you to change your preference screen. Our City and Guilds edition was developed to validate student achievement and incentivize them to complete the course. It is exactly the same as the Neurodiverse Edition, which I have just demonstrated, but it includes an extra module comprising a multiple choice paper covering typing technique, correct posture at a computer, and repetitive strain injury, and secondly, a typing test recording speed and accuracy. A City and Guilds pass will be attained when the candidate achieves a word per minute score of 35 with an accuracy of 80% and a multiple choice score of 80%, which is 12 correct out of 15 questions. For validation purposes for City and Guilds, students will be recorded whilst taking the assessment via the computer's webcam facilities. However, we have agreed that this footage will only be kept for a period of 2 weeks, after which it will be deleted from our servers. All successful candidates will receive a digital certificate and badge to showcase on their social media profiles, CVs and job applications. However, all students are different. Some will enjoy a challenge and the reward of a certificate, but others may not want the stress of sitting an assessment. Naturally, it is for you to decide which edition to recommend. And lastly, this edition is now SFE approved. We have 3 editions available: our Download, which offers a 10-year license at $39.95, our City and Guilds edition, which is an online only at £75, and our DSA bundle, which is a mixture of the two at £95. In order to make life easier for all our assessors, we have created a new web page on our website entitled DSA NMH. Here you will be able to find and download the software, read about the product, and view a PDF on justifications of using KAZ and learning to touch type. Challenges and justifications are as follows. Okay, so what about free software? Well, because you pay for KAZ, your site is secure. No pop-ups, no advertising, no distractions, and no malware. Student data is protected. Our accelerated learning teaching method has been tried, tested and proven. Additionally, our program has been especially developed through research for neurodivergent students, unlike freeware. And speech-to-text software. Well, firstly, I'd like to say that speech-to-text is excellent, and for students with severe challenges, it really is ideal. However, for students whose challenges are not so severe, I still really do believe that touch typing may be the better option. Not only does it address the challenges, but it also equips them with a life skill they can take forward with them. Finally, here are some testimonials on KAZ. Thank you very much for listening.